How we feeling? We have a full house here today, but again, if you were here on the last panel, I'm going to warn you, this is not how we do it in Liverpool. Not at Comic-Con, not at Monopoly events. I'm going to ask you one more time, Liverpool. How are you feeling today? There we go. That's the energy we need. Well, I am so excited for this next panel. Without further ado, please welcome your amazing stars from The Walking Dead. Give them a round of applause, starting with Seth Gilliam. And please welcome Rob Marquardt. And last but certainly not least, please welcome the beautiful Nadia Hilker. Liverpool, make some noise for The Walking Dead! For this one, guys. I'm going to ask just a few questions, then we're going to take it to you guys. We have microphones right here, number 1, number 2, and up at the top, number 3 and number 4. So in a few minutes, if you want to start lining up, we will get to you. But guys, welcome to Liverpool.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Testing.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you enjoying the UK so far?
It's only been a couple hours, but I love the UK. I love boots. I love boots. I haven't been in one yet, but I love those chocolate eggs.
At 2 o'clock this morning, I was wandering the streets of Liverpool and I found Cadbury eggs are my favorite candy on the planet.
Where did you find that?
A convenience mart. Some.
Open at 2 a.m.?
Yeah. You guys went to yeah, it was great.
Okay, nice.
It was great, and I ate it all like an animal, just like.
Yeah, they're the best.
So good.
Have you ever had them, Seth?
I have.
He's a big fan.
Yes. And how are you enjoying the UK so far?
I haven't seen much of it.
He's been in the hotel room all day, so.
No, I got in, I flew in at 6:20 a.m. yesterday and called myself, the Beatles are my favorite group since I'm 11 years old. Called myself I was going to do a Beatles tour. I was going to go every place the Beatles ever did anything. I don't care if the buildings had changed. Did Paul McCartney vomit here? I'm going to take a picture. And I wound up in the fetal position, sleeping and dreaming of slaying the dragon on the mountain and saving the universe, and I had no idea what happened.
That sounds kind of cool, though.
Liverpool's a fun town for sure, and if you're a Beatles fan, you're certainly in the right place. But let's start with you. So starting The Walking Dead, how has the fan interaction been so far? Because as you can see, it is a diehard fan base you guys have going here, no pun intended. Round of applause for yourselves. Yes. Tell us about the fan base so far. How have they been to you?
Just amazing. I did the 100 before, and I love that show. I love the fan base. But it's a younger fan base, therefore it's more emotional, because obviously being a young person in this world is, also being an older person in this world is, a person in this world in general is hard. But, so there's more pain or more. Whereas Walking Dead is just, everyone's just super chill and happy and just, yeah, a healthy, functioning family. I don't want to say that the 100 is not a healthy, okay, shut up, Nadia. How do you feel about it, Ross? How do you feel?
Yeah, no, I mean, I was a fan before I got on the show too, and I think, to your point, it's a multi-generational fan. My parents who are, my dad's 80, my mom's 76. They're probably gonna kill me for saying that. They originally weren't gonna watch the show. They were like, "Oh, it's not for us. We don't like zombies or horror." And I said, "Well, your son's on the damn thing. Can you please watch it?" And now they've seen it 3 times altogether, the whole series. So I just think it's cool that families we've had kids as young as 3 or 4 years old come up and say they watch the show, which I think is a little inappropriate. 3 or 4 up to 80 or 90 watching the show together as a family, which is really cool. So yeah, and thank you guys for watching. Honestly, so.
Thank you.
What was the question?
How the fan reactions have been, the fan base. You have a very loyal fan base for The Walking Dead.
They were pretty harsh at first.
Well, for
Now
you.
To me, they were pretty harsh. Now they love me and I love them right back.
my favorite shows, Law and Order and The Wire, and you have a theater background. Did you ever see yourself as an actor in this sort of horror genre, post-apocalyptic genre?
No, I did not see myself in this kind of genre. I am not a big horror fan. I'm very squeamish, and I don't like being afraid. So when The Walking Dead came on, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. And then I got an offer to audition for it, and I had to watch it. I figured I would watch the first 15 minutes to get the tone of the show. And then I wound up power watching like the first 4 seasons on Saturday, and then rewatched it again on Sunday. And then on Monday morning, I was on the top of a rock screaming for my life, and it was surreal. But I've since learned to not love horror, but be able to watch horror and appreciate horror. And being a part of the show has opened up my world in so many different ways, and that being one that I'm really appreciative of and grateful for, because I'm a big movie fan and I like being entertained, I like watching shows, I like storytelling and everything else. And the storytelling and with the mix of the horror and the gore on the show has just been a brilliant combination, so that there's just enough to keep you going if you like one or like the other or like the other. You know, it'll come back to it in another 16 minutes and you'll get your drama. In another 12 minutes, you'll get another fright or something like that. So I love the way it's kind of opened me up in a sense to something that I was ignorant to.
How about you, Ross? Was the horror genre your jam, or just
Yeah,
yourself in it?
I was a big horror fan before I got on it. The Shining is my all-time favorite horror movie. I really prefer more psychological horror, though, where you kind of have to fill in the blanks yourself. The really gory stuff like Saw and that stuff where it's almost like gore porn, I don't really go for that. Yeah, Gorn, that's a great... Oh, can we get that trending on Twitter? Gorn, yeah. Ooh, that's a good, yeah.
Hashtag Gorn.
Hashtag Gorn, yeah. Yeah, I don't like seeing people ripped apart, and I know we have that a few times on our show, of course. But when it's zombies, it doesn't bother me as much. When it's real people getting ripped apart, and I don't really care for that. But I think our show does a good job of kind of having enough of the psychological horror mixed with the physical horror that keeps people like me satiated and not overwhelmed, because I'm a very visual person, and when I see people getting ripped in half, it sticks with me.
Right. But there's story, there's not just gore for the sake of gore.
Exactly.
Totally
yeah.
get it. Gorn, there we go.
Gorn.
And Nadia, how about you? Were you squeamish? Horror, was that sort of...
I love Gorn. I love Gorn.
Well, you're German, so it's...
That's on top, yeah. I mean, but I will say I love Gorn like once a year, but then like hardcore Gorn. Like Hills Have Eyes, like that. But that's once a year, and then I'm good on that part. But Walking Dead it's not black, it's not white. It's like, come on, either Gorn or Friends. But
I think if we say it enough, it actually will become trending. We're doing a good
chant
job.
going, Gorn,
Gorn.
Gorn, 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 Gorn.
People outside are like, what are they doing in there? Well, question for you, Nadia. So you have a modeling background, obviously being as gorgeous as you are. Was acting more of your goal, or were you more into the modeling side?
I was never into any of each. I did ballet, I'm proud of that, and that got me into modeling. I hate talking about it, but I love doing it because I got to see the world and earn money early on.
I don't understand. How does ballet get you into modeling?
There you go. Because when you do ballet, then you're skinny and you're good in terms of movement. So all of model agents come to ballet classes. Excuse me. Ballet schools and scout girls. There's a connection. No, I never thought of becoming an actress. That was pretty much an accident. It was supposed to happen the way it happened. But no one in my life ever, no one in my family, friend circle acted. Yeah.
Happy accident, lucky for us.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
Well, now walk us through a day on set, because a show like The Walking Dead, I mean, you have a lot of serious moments, a lot of gore. There we go again. But is there a lot of camaraderie on set? Is it a fun atmosphere? Is it a family vibe?
Oh, would be interesting to hear 3 versions, especially this version.
Yeah.
Of a day on set. I think you would get 3 very, very different versions of. Seth, how about you? Give us your version.
You get paid to work with people, and you do the best you can. Man.
Tell me once more.
A day on the set for me is mostly trying to not distract or disturb people with my singing, because I tend to sing a lot to calm my nerves and to not overrun scenes in my head, so I can keep my choices fresh. So in order to keep from just being in, actor mode, with dialogue flying around my head, I'll sing, Jumping Jack Flash at the top of my lungs. And it's mostly hard on people like Ross, who were my trailer mates, because
You stayed next to Seth?
For the last 4 or 5 years, we've almost exclusively been right next to each other in each other's trailer.
You didn't ask Landon to move you?
Yeah, no, I mean, like every morning, it doesn't matter how early.
And you liked it.
Or
You liked it.
what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna ask. It'll be, But
no,
every
he's
4 or
always
5
very polite. Are you gonna be singing this morning? Because I have a monologue.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's totally cool if you're gonna sing.
Yeah, if you want to sing at the top of your lungs while I have to memorize pages of dialogue, that's totally cool, man. Yeah, I just maybe I'll just go into my car for a little bit, Because he'll literally at the top. He's an amazing singer. He won't do it right now, but he's brilliant. He doesn't.
Thanks, Ross. Get the crowd against me. He's great, but he's not gonna do it for you guys.
He hates being put on the spot, but he's honestly one of the best singers out there. Like he's incredible. He's beautiful voice. You are. You do have a beautiful voice. I'm not.
I was born in a crossfire hurricane, and how rain, but it's alright. Yeah, in fact, it's a guess, but it's alright. I'm jumping Jack Flash. It's a gas.
Liverpool exclusive. Bravo! Bravo. I have one more question, but then we're going to take it to you guys, so please don't be shy. Just join any of the microphones here. We've got 4 sitting in the crowd for you there. So anyway, guys, tell me, since you've been here in Liverpool, you've probably seen here at our Comic-Con, so we have a lot of cosplay. Have you ever had anyone cosplay as your character, and what was that like?
It's wild when they get my tattoos. That's wild.
On her face is really just like, wow, that's bold.
No, but like full on. Wow. Arms. I had, I think 3 so far. That's. Wow. And then they dye their hair and like get the curls. What do you call that in English when you? The perm. Yeah, get a perm, and that's wild. That's. Yeah.
I don't know why you looked at me when you talked about hair. Very confused. You get but no, I don't.
I wanted to say relaxer, and I think I looked at you.
Yes.
Ross would know what relaxer is.
I use relaxer.
You use
For the
relaxer?
longest, because I have very
On his
curly hair
face
when I
over
wrote
here.
it. Yeah, and I wanted straight hair because I hated my curly hair, and I used relaxer for a while. Yeah.
Were you bold after?
Yeah. Actually, it took a lot of hair. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Relaxer, do you know what relaxer is? It's a very bad chemical stuff that straightens your hair when it's curly. And perm, that's the opposite.
So you were super curly before, you're saying?
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that. We actually have a picture of it right here. Just kidding. Just kidding. Totally kidding. We're going to take it to the fans now, guys. So again, don't be shy.